Okay, I'll just say Stacey.
Okay, so we're here in Vegas for the mid-month reading for Virgo. Eddie, come say hi to my subscriber people.
Like this?
Come say hi. You look beautiful.
Oh yeah.
This is Eddie.
Hello.
Say hi to the Virgos.
Hey Virgos, how are you doing? Nice to meet you for the first time.
So I am coming at y'all with your mid-month reading. I am in Vegas right now. I've been in Vegas, but my friends are here from in Vegas visiting, and so Eddie's from LA. He's a really wonderful photographer, beautiful model person.
Stop it.
Yes. Anyway, so I was meditating your guys' energy, and I was feeling like you guys are going through some like major changes right now. And so
Sorry,
some
Mama,
of y'all...
love you. I'll let you finish your reading.
Okay.
We'll see you down there.
All right, yeah. And so some of y'all might be getting married. Some of y'all might be getting divorced. Some of y'all might be transitioning careers right now. But I feel like this is definitely a very pivotal moment for you guys. So, excuse me for being in my bathing suit right now. It's, it's just how it is. So, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Let me move this a little bit more this way. All right. So I don't have my other deck with me. And so we're just going to use the deck that I currently have, which is my Llewellyn deck. It's like a 1970s Llewellyn deck. And so we're going to go ahead and pull 6 cards and see what energies are coming up, what is going on, what do we need to focus on, etc. So we have the Two of Rods. I don't know if you see that. The Two of Rods that starts out the reading. Now this is a card about you guys actually being in tune with what your kingdom's going to look like. You guys are definitely right on track with the energy of like, hey, so, I know that there are certain things that are happening. Everything's kind of building up to one another. And so how am I going to build this? What is this going to look like? We have the Three of Swords that comes in reverse. And so I feel like you guys had to let a lot of energies go around you. This feels like, what's coming to me? I feel like you guys had some like water signs in your life, and that you realize that they're sort of more fluid energy, or they're more sort of, how do I describe it? They're sort of ability to kind of like go into the depths and then like be really high, and there's sort of manic episodes, which is also coming up with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like that has definitely sort of had an effect on your guys' decision to make some sort of movement. Or this is speaking about you guys, and this is speaking about the things that you've had to let go, and realizing that that you're letting it go for a much bigger and greater purpose, but it has kind of driven you guys into a place of anxiety and sort of depression, because the whole thing about earth signs is that you guys are very much about your stability. So when the earth has to move, when the earthquake happens, sometimes you guys get a little bit inside your head, and the Five of Pentacles is telling me that you guys are working through it, but you're definitely still a little bit in your head, and you need to kind of work that out, because the fact that like there are definitely some really great things coming, and these are all pentacles. So I would say that although it could have to do with your like love life, a lot of this has to do more with like stability terms. So like I said, job or home, family, decisions that you've had to make through that, and it's actually causing you guys a lot of a bit of distress actually. Seven of Pentacles kind of comes in reverse. Now this is talking to me about the fact that you guys might actually be in a place where you're so tired. Like, there's work that has to be done, but you guys are so tired and so exhausted that it kind of makes it a little bit harder. It's like somebody who has like extreme anxiety or extreme depression trying to like do some normal shit day to day. It's really hard to do that, because of the fact that you guys are kind of like, it's like, it's trying to like run through sand or run through water. It's just really difficult to do when your mind is kind of, like my mom likes to say, heavy laden. So when you have a lot of things on your plate or a lot of things on your mind, it's really hard for you guys to actually just move forward through it. And so you guys need to kind of sort of take the rest that is needed in order for you guys to be able to press forward. Otherwise, you guys are going to find yourself in a place of being super, super exhausted. And when this next phase comes, if you are currently in the next phase, when this next phase comes, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you guys to sort of just come out of that energy. The Hangman comes in reverse. So if you guys were looking for a job opportunity or waiting for a job opportunity, I feel like a decision is going to be made pretty soon. If you guys were waiting to make a plan, this is actually telling you need to make a decision. You need to choose between right or left. For some people, I'm trying to think what this means. For some people, I feel like when it comes to the terms of thinking about right or left, you guys are sort of kind of stuck in a place where you are really thinking about like what is if I go right, what's the next 10 years going to look like? If I go left, sorry, my phone is dying. If I go left, right, left. If I go right, what is the next 10 years going to look like? If I go left, what is the next 10 years going to look like? And so you guys are trying to formulate a plan. The thing is, you guys really need to make a decision though, and realize that you're kind of universally guided, right? And so although some things might take you on a little bit of a detour, you'll always end up on the same track. And so it doesn't really matter if you go right or left, just make a decision, you know? We have the 8 of Pentacles that comes in reverse. And again, this speaks to me about your guys' sort of like your energy is not necessarily at 100%. It's really hard to work on new things, maybe even meet new people or deal with new energies. Even when it comes to like taking a new job, it's really hard to come through like internship period and things like that and be really, really excited about where you're going when you guys are just really, really tired of where you've currently been. So I would encourage you guys to make sure that you're resting, make sure you're taking a lot of self-care right now. The time is coming. You guys are definitely at the period of, like I said, the 2 of Rods here, which is you're surveying your kingdom right now. And so you're definitely in a period of growth, of an ability to have things sort of manifest the way you want them. All the cards that were in reverse, except for like the 3 of Swords, you know, all the cards that were in reverse are pretty much cards of if you turn them right side up. So like, look, the 7 of Pentacles, if you turn this right side up, this is hard work, planting seeds, and things coming in due season. If this was the Hangman, oh, hold on. So this is the Hangman, telling you, like, you need to make a decision. If you make a decision, though, then you have a period of hard work, but this hard work is something that is really worth your time and definitely turns out to be really fruitful. So, bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. So if you thought that you were going to cut corners because you're tired, don't do that. This is not the time to do that. Truths will come to light. You will be caught up. If this is even talking about a third-party situation where you guys are kind of not like cheating on your partner, but you're not necessarily being completely honest, this is not the time to do that. If you end up doing that, or if you end up finding yourself in a period where you're kind of side-eyeing people, you're like, maybe, and you have a partner, you're going to end up in a tangled web that you have woven that is going to eventually burn down. Like someone's going to take a match to that web and burn it down. Like it's not going to be a good situation. I would definitely not recommend that. So let's go ahead and don't do that because you will face the Tower. That is going to happen. Now, I feel like as I pulled this, I feel like that's happening regardless on some level. And so the Tower, although that is a scary card for a lot of people, the Tower usually indicating things sort of collapsing in a more of a violent way. This can also just mean major changes, as we were just talking about. So this is just major changes happening into your life. It's a transition or the initiatory process of being like a woman, going from like being just a woman to being a mother, or being a man and going to fatherhood, or being or being an apprentice of some sort and then being a skilled worker. So this is sort of that sort of energy of major transitions and major changes happening. We have I'm just pulling some other couple cards because the fact that we like don't have the other deck. The Knight of Swords comes in reverse too. And so this is telling me that, you know, so like I said earlier, make a decision on where you're going to go, but don't necessarily like rush into a situation without kind of weighing the consequences. Or you might have someone in your life, female or male, that is sort of coming into your life and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like the best thing ever. And it's kind of asking you to sort of like read the fine print. That could also indicate a job situation where you definitely need to make a decision on what you want and kind of universally realize that you will have exactly what you want, how you want it, but you're going to have to A, do the work, B, not be so lazy where you just kind of take terms and conditions as they are presented to you, but B, also sort of make sure that that you don't have other opportunities that are coming to you that would possibly be a better fit for who you are. So anyway, I hope that was really helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next month. Thank you for being patient also. Bye.